Hi besties, what's up? My name is Makenzie and welcome to my channel and welcome to the start of a reading vlog. So, in this vlog we are going to be particularly reading Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. This was super popular last year. It took everybody by storm, and by the time I heard about it, it was just a little bit too late to get it, and I was waiting to see if it would come out on Kindle. It never did, so here we are. As you have already seen in previous clips, I'm assuming, I have already put up my annotation key. If you were cringing while I was trying to write, me too, besties, but I didn't have anywhere. I can't find my tripod, basically, so I had to do what I could do. I'm on page 7. A whole 7 pages. I know, crazy. They are so in love. They are so in love. Like, the one thing I did not know about going into this book, though, is that she has a boyfriend. So, her and her boyfriend better, like, break up in the next, like, chapter or two, because, like, I wanted to, okay, so we have Gabriella and Jonathan, and basically they are working at this bookstore, and they have been working there for 12 months, and they have a little bit of a rivalry going on, you know, just normal work feud things, I guess, but yeah, they have a little bit of that going on. We have the classic, like, grumpy sunshine kind of thing. It seems like Jonathan doesn't like Christmas, but, you know, obviously Gabrielle loves it. So, I really love it. They are already pining after each other on page 7. The only gripe I have with this is that she has a boyfriend, and she's checking him out. But, yeah, they're like, you know, glancing at each other, checking each other out, and I'm like, girl, you have a boyfriend. I don't care how trash he is. I don't care. Like, we should not be checking out other men when you have a boyfriend. But that's besides the point. So, and we had this so we have a couple really fun scenes, but the one I wanted to, like, mention, so her boyfriend, as far as we know, has sent her flowers today. Like, yeah, it's the first day of the winter holiday season, so she's having a good day. She got her peppermint hot cocoa. She's loving it. And her boyfriend sent her, like, this big arrangement of Christmas flowers. But she's allergic because he failed to remember that she has a high sensitivity to, like, smells and fragrances and stuff. It gives her headaches and makes her sneeze a lot. And when Jonathan sees this, he says, "Some fellow you've got yourself. Knows you well enough to send a holiday-themed bouquet, but not well enough to make sure it's low fragrance. Strong scents make you sneeze and trigger your headaches." I know it's the bare minimum, besties. I really do. But, like, you're telling me that her coworker, that they're, like, rivals right now? You're telling me that he knows this and her own boyfriend doesn't. Can we say piece of trash in the chat? Like, it's, yeah, it's rough. But anyways, I'm loving this so much already. Like, we are 7 pages in, and I have 5 tabs already. I'm about to tab another part too, maybe. No, I'm not gonna tab it, but sorry if my lighting has been going in and out this whole time. I was too lazy to turn my whole body, so yeah. But yeah, I'm eating this up. I'm so excited. I am trying to get in the Christmas spirit because last year I was a Christmas Grinch. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. Anyways, I will talk to you guys in a little bit with some more updates. Hopefully I'll look a little bit better too, but you never know. I will probably check in with you guys every third of the book, unless, like, something big happens. I will, there will be spoilers, but don't worry, besties, I got you. They will be at the end of the video. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that at least the first couple chapters I will probably talk about in detail, but yeah, no need to worry. I will put all the big spoilers at, like, you know, the end of the vlog. So I'm gonna go and read some more of this, and I'm very excited to. I think it's gonna be super fun. We've remembered the flowers from earlier that I was talking about. By the way, I know it's only like 3 pages later, mind your business, but oh, he's so in love with her, and he made her Christmas cookies. I also didn't say that. She obviously didn't eat them because they're obviously poisoned, because they're obviously enemies. Oh man, he's so in love with her. Like, I can just tell. And despite the fact that she has a significant other, she's in love with him. Like, honestly. Mad that there's someone else in the picture, though. Like, can we get rid of him? I know it's only 3 pages later, but we need to get rid of him. My camera battery must be, like, dying, literally, because it literally said it was full 2 seconds ago when I filmed the last update. Anyways, Gabriella and her boyfriend have only been together 6 months, and that's only because he won't stop pursuing her, even though she tells him that she needs time to, like, process her feelings and decide if she likes somebody. He won't give that to her. He just wants to wine and dine her. So, red flags. And I don't like him. We aren't supposed to like him, but I don't like him. So, just thought I would, yeah, put that out there. Anyways. I am glad that we, like, YouTube videos aren't, like, you can't see the updates, like, right as they're happening, because I know that so many people will be yelling at me over this. Alrighty, so I am currently on chapter 3 on page 30, and I do have to apologize to Gabriella. She is not currently in a relationship. If I would have been paying attention, I'm sure that she had said that already, possibly. It was pretty juicy. So, her and Jonathan get in a spat, and we find out that her ex-boyfriend, Trey, is actually part of Potter's bookstore. I don't know if that's the name. I don't particularly care, but basically that is the company that is trying to buy out the bookstore that Jonathan and Gabriella run, essentially. So after she found out that he basically tried to get close to her, where did he come from? Do you see? He literally has no interest until I'm talking to myself. I've been alone for like 10 minutes. So she breaks up with him immediately after she finds this out. And of course he does the typical, like, I can't live without you, and I realized I was in love with you. I don't believe that for 5 seconds. And like, the fact that he pressured her into starting this relationship and wouldn't take no for an answer, even though she explained herself to him, ick. Like, you don't need to explain yourself to anybody, by the way, but like, the fact that she was like, can we take things slow and see where they go? And he's like, no, but I'm like literally in love with you. You guys see him? Hims is so cute. He's been cuddling with me all day when I'm not like on my filming BS. But, and apparently the card on the poinsettias that I thought was written by Jonathan, still, I don't know. I'm still not fully convinced that her ex sent those, but I'm sure he did, because I know that Jonathan would have thought about her sensitivity to smell. But the card said, all I want for Christmas is you. And like, granted, if my husband sent me flowers that said that, I would be swooning. But like, the background information on this douchebag of a guy, it just has me gagging. And she's had to block a new number from him 5 times. Freaking ridiculous. Okay. So after we find all that out, we also find out, so, Gabriella is on the spectrum, she's autistic, and we find out that even though she tells people that she's close to, and people are very understanding of that, she hasn't told Jonathan, so part of their, like, I wouldn't call it a huge miscommunication necessarily, but I think most of the issues stem from the fact that he does not know that she's autistic, and some of the kinks and stuff that happen with her could probably easily be explained away by that, and he might be more patient with her because he kind of gives me, not purposeful, but like vibes that he might not be the most patient person, which is fine. Like, not everybody's patient. I am one of them that is not patient as well. And I love her friends so much. I'm literally obsessed with them. I don't remember their names right now because I'm fake. June and Eli. Okay. I love June and Eli. They are just the best. And Eli, he knows that they're in love like I do. Like, the Eli is the best character in here so far. Like, he's the only one without a bag over his head. Like, and I know that we're going to find out that Jonathan is literally in love with her. And there is this plot that is entered, and we find out that Gabriella has been messaging somebody on Reddit for the past year, which is how long she's known Jonathan, by the way. And they talk about books, and they talk about, like, all that stuff. And I wanted to read this quote, or, like, this, I guess, message bubble. So he says, I know we talk about a lot of different books, but I get the feeling romance is your favorite genre. Am I right? Definitely. It's all I can read lately. Well, besides Buddy reading Austen with you. All right, then. Catwood, which is part of her Reddit username. That's where he got it. Tell me what to read. Seriously, you'll read a romance novel? I will. Where should I start? Like, if more guys would read more romance novels, like there's a literal novel series about this, then maybe they would get women. Maybe they would get women, but I don't know. Like, I love that. And these are my little tabbies so far. I'm hoping to get more Christmas vibes. That's the only thing. Like, there hasn't been too many like holiday or Christmas vibes, and I have a whole tab for that, and I only have one tab. But I am eating this book up so far. I know I'm only 30 pages in, and I was literally supposed to read it all day, and then I just kept getting distracted. But I'm gonna go. I need to edit my first two Bookmas videos. There we go. I can't decide if this is gonna be up on day 3 or day 4. I know I'm gonna do every other day, so it's like 12 days of Bookmas, but it's not all together because I think that would that'd be a lot. So I'm gonna do that. I also need to write down some of the ideas I have for Bookmas because I don't want to forget them. I don't think I will, but on the off chance I do, need to do that. And while my videos are uploading, since they should be short anyways, after I edit them, I'm gonna continue to crack on with that. You guys, I'm so proud of myself. You will see this in one of my previous Bookmas vlogs, but if you don't know, I have had such an issue filming and vlogging in front of my husband because I've always been made fun of for talking to myself. It's something I've always done. Like, that's how I get, like, I talk myself through novel plots, I practice and plan out videos and stuff, and I've always been made fun of for it. Even when I was literally filming in my bedroom, my siblings would walk into my bedroom and make fun of me. And Steven was like, that's really why you don't want to film in front of me? Because you're talking to yourself? Because I talk to myself too. And now I am significantly less scared to talk to a camera while he's home. And that sounds so silly, but like when you've been made fun of it for like almost 23 years, and granted, like we've been together for almost 6 years now, so I'm surprised that hasn't come up. And where we've been like married for almost 3 years, I guess I never, like, I'm sure he's talked to himself. I guess I just don't hear it, but yeah. So I I made a big stride today. I was filming a video and he got home and he came in and said hi to me, and then he walked back out to the kitchen and I continued filming with the door open. That may seem like a silly, a silly flex, but like, I am always so jealous. Like, Alexa Ray does it. I literally just watched her video. I will link her, not Alexa's. I cannot remember. I will put her channel on the screen. I'm so sorry I don't remember it, but I love her videos. She's also like a small booktuber too. I love her though. She's one of Brittany from Brittany with Books Friends. She just posted a reading vlog reading Victoria Schwab's new book, like the second part of it, and I love it. I will link it down below. I love her. She's just so sweet and so she seems so genuine and just, she's a sweetheart. I love her. So if I can find the video, which I'm almost thinking I might not be able to. I hope I can though. Hey, watch that vlog from Alexa. Okay, and that's not important right now. I need to watch Jody's new vlog or video too. Oh my gosh, what is her name? Literally, she posted this today and I got a notification. Where is she? Yours truly, Alyssa. Her name is Alyssa. I love her. She is just like such a little ray of sunshine. I love her. And if she sees this video, I want to be your friend. I'm officially out of storage, so I will talk to you guys when I read more. I'm having so much fun though. Anyways. Hi besties, what's up? Okay, this has nothing to do with the vlog, but I have a package, and it's from Barnes & Noble. I wanted to share it with you guys. So I had some credit on barnesandnoble.com at $10, so this was basically free. Maybe I had to pay a little bit in tax and stuff, but oh, this is so pretty. You guys are gonna gag when you see this, because I did. It's The Do-Over by Lynn Painter, but bam, look at those edges. Oh, I am so excited. I hope she came out with a new book called Betting on You, and I hope I get that for Christmas. But I love this cover, and I love those sprayed edges. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I read this. Like if I'm gonna want to annotate it or anything. I guess if I do, I can just get another copy, but I'm very excited to read this. If you guys don't know, it's like I don't remember what it's called, but basically she keeps reliving the same day, and it's Valentine's Day. I'm very excited about this. I loved Better Than the Movies. I think I read that this year. Yeah, I think I read that this year, and I really, really loved it. Or if not this year, it was last year, but I loved it nonetheless. I read it in like essentially one sitting, and it was the best. So anyways, I don't have any updates for reading, but I did want to show you guys that because it's so pretty. So yeah. I promise I'm actually about to film something substantial, or like, you know, some B-roll, but like, look at this whole cat right now. He thinks he's just gonna sit, he thinks that because I filmed a video, he gets to sit in my spot. A video that probably didn't take me that long to film, but you know what, it's neither here nor there. Look how cute he is though. I love him. He does not like my Christmas tree that I set up today though. I think he's scared of it. Anyways, thought you guys would find that entertaining. As you guys can see, the Mistletoe Motive right there. If I don't knock you guys over, we're gonna get back into it. Isn't he the cutest little guy? I sure do love him. Say, I have been hanging out with Mommy all day today, because she has been sick and in bed. Oh, you're so cute. He loves me. Don't let this look on his face fool you. He loves me. He does. I'm not delusional, okay? I won't be taking any questions at this time, but he does love me, even though I just sneezed really loud in his little ear, and I feel very bad about that. Look at how cute he is. Also, another side note, I was trying to play with him last night, and he clawed my hand, and it hurts really bad. Hopefully it doesn't get infected. No, 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 no. No! See, he loves me. I am so sorry. Here. Let's just sit here. See, look how relaxing and nice that is. He hates me. He hates me. Da, 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 da. What's up? So I have some updates on the Mistletoe Motive. I am currently 52 pages in. We're on chapter 5 and I am really enjoying this. Here is the tabbing update. You guys can tell. Literally the dark red is romance. Now don't get it twisted. Romance does not start this early in. This is just purely them pining after each other. You can't convince me otherwise. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. They have been in love with each other since the beginning of the book. Another thing I wanted to mention, just in case I didn't mention it already, it was a false alarm. I misread. And Gabby has actually been broken up with her ex-boyfriend for 6 months. And yeah. So I apologize. I misread that. Yeah. Honestly, good riddance to him. Like, he didn't deserve her. In other news, oh, they are both so delusional. Like, they stare at each other, they watch each other, like, she has a spicy dream about him that leaves her so hot and bothered that she can barely get dressed for work the next day. She can blame the smutty Regency romance she was reading before bed, but, like, ain't no way I'm having a dream like that about someone I don't like. I don't make the rules. I just don't make the rules. I'm sorry. But, I am obsessed with this, and I'm worried about how slow burn this is going to be, because if the spice scenes are this good, the characters haven't even actually had any spice yet. Yeah. And now, ever since the dream, she just keeps, like, she's so attracted to him, and yeah, very intrigued. And then also, I don't know if I mentioned this at all yet, but there is a Reddit user that she's messaging, and they've been messaging back and forth for a while, and I think I already know. who it is, and I actually think that someone else knows who the other side is. It's not Gabby, though. But yeah, I think they just figured out who they were talking to, because yeah, there's a scene, and then you guys, there was like a teasing scene that was honestly kind of funny. So they were talking about favorite books, because basically right now the bookshop that her and Jonathan are co-managing right now is basically on the brink of being shut down, because the owners don't have enough money to keep both of them on, essentially. So they have made a bet or a deal that whoever sells the least amount of books will resign from said job. And Jonathan picks up a romance novel after they had made this deal. And then they also made a deal to call a truce if neither of them had to be fired. So Jonathan picks up this romance book, and Gabby is like, don't ruin the merchandise, basically. Like, he's flipping it open, he's like cracking the spine and stuff, and he's like, I was gonna buy this. And she was like, a romance book, really? And he was like, are you judging me? Whatever. Come to find out, it was one of her favorite books. And so Jonathan asks, well, what are your other favorite books? And so she starts pointing to them, and she slides her finger along one of them and is like, and I really love this one too. And he is like mesmerized because they're in love with each other. And we kind of had like a lion and lamb situation, like from Twilight. Except for this, in this one she says, I'm the gazelle and he's the lion. I do like that. I do like that visualization. So yeah, as you guys can see from my little tab there, that is halfway. So I'm hoping that I can get a lot more of this read tonight. Really, the most ideal thing would be to hopefully maybe finish this tonight. I just don't know how unrealistic that is, to be honest. Also, if you've heard my computer fan on in the background for this whole update, I apologize. My computer's about to take off. So yeah, I apologize for that. But I'm going to get back into this book, and I will talk to y'all in just a little bit with some more updates. besties, what's up? So, we're gonna see how fast I can do this because y'all know I'm long-winded. I'm so long-winded. My camera is also about to die, and to be honest, I do not trust that my cat will not jump up here on here and knock my camera off of the water bottle I have you guys precariously balancing on top of. You can probably hear him screaming. He's fine. He's just telling me he needs food. So I promise I will feed him because I need to get him water too. But first of all, I'd like to apologize. I think the last time I updated you guys for the Mistletoe Motive was literally on page like 45. Because I think I was halfway to being halfway, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, which I kind of hope I am, that's good. But I have since finished it. So, I'm trying to remember what the last thing I could have possibly told you guys was about. I would also like to apologize. This was supposed to be spoiler free. And unfortunately for me, I just kept running my mouth. So, alrighty. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I literally cannot remember a single thing. I cannot remember what I talked to you guys about and what I didn't. So, I'm going to give you guys like my final spoiler-free thoughts, and then I do want to go into a slight like end of the book spoiler section. So first I want to show you guys my tabs. There's no rhyme or reason why there are more tabs in the beginning than in the end. It has nothing to do with the book at all. Just me. So I will say I think I still have not landed on a rating for this. I think I would rate it like a 4.5. Like, it was really good. I will say, the only thing that I want to say is this did not feel like a Christmas book. I'm not gonna lie. I know it only takes place in December. I was maybe under the wrong impression that it was a Christmas novel. It was not, so that might have been my bad. So, the Christmas annotation tab that you saw, I used one singular time. That's fine. It's not a big deal. Just, I thought I would mention that. So I didn't give you guys like false hope that it was like a mega Christmassy book like I thought it was. It is not. I will say I really liked how a lot of things were handled in this book. I'm trying to think how to say this. I think that the book was very well paced. I do wish we would have gotten more time with the couple together because they, you know, they got together and, you know, most of the book was pining, which is kind of what I thought it was going to be anyway, so that's also not a big deal. I really liked it, but I do think that this book could have benefited from being 200, 250 pages. Now, I know that was not the point. That was not the point of the book, so I get it. I just would have liked to see our characters together for a little bit longer than we got to see them. But again, it's truly not that big of a deal. Oof. You don't show that for free. You want to sit on my lap? You little goofer? You little goober? Alrighty. The next thing I will say is I really liked how the ending was handled. I can't really tell you which part of the ending, I guess, but I really liked how the ending was handled. It was handled in a different way than I was expecting it to. It didn't go the way I thought it would. So I really liked that. I really liked Jonathan and Gabby together. I really liked them together. I think that they were a good couple when they were finally a couple, obviously. And even before then, I really liked their banter and their wit and their sarcasm towards each other. I think that Chloe Leese did a really good job at showing us their chemistry in such a short amount of pages. I mean, this book is only like 180 pages. So I think she did really good. I also wish that it would have specified how much longer it had been from the epilogue, like the end of the book to the epilogue, because we did get an epilogue and I did like it. It was really good. Just to make sure, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that it didn't mention it, but it does not say anything about that. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about how long it's been. So I do wish I would have gotten that because I think I went into it expecting it to be a year later, and it had been more than a year. It doesn't specify how many years though, so that was kind of, I don't know, that was kind of disappointing for me. I do wish we could have gotten like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm hoping that we could have gotten, but I do wish I would have at least known the time gap. Another thing that I did not know about this, Gabby's dad is a world-renowned hockey player, and her best friend's boyfriend and Jonathan play hockey. I didn't know this was a hockey romance. I love hockey romances. Obviously not super heavy on the hockey, but I really love hockey romances. Like, that would have been a selling point. Why does nobody talk about that? Because hockey romances are so popular right now. Any sports romance I think is popular, but especially hockey. Like, I can think of a bunch of different people. Not off the top of my head right now. I can picture all the books in my head. I did really like the first kiss scene too. That was so fun. And we got to see like a softer side of Jonathan, which I think we needed. Because obviously we are in Gabby's head the whole book. So I don't think we get to see his thought process and how he really feels about Gabby. We get to see how she perceives he thinks about her. But obviously it's a little bit warped because she is autistic. There's autism rep, and there is also diabetic rep. And I don't know that I knew about the autism rep until I started reading it, but I do know that I knew about the diabetic rep because I believe that Katie Coulson, yes, I believe Katie Coulson actually mentioned it when she read it last year. So that was fun. I really liked how that was explained. Obviously, I'm like, who am I to say that that's good rep? All I know is what Katie said, and she said that it was really good rep. I liked how it was handled. And I like how when he told her, Gabby basically responds and says, obviously, I don't know exactly how you feel, but I do know how it feels to have something that is completely out of your control that you have to deal with every single day. That's basically silent and nobody can see it, but it affects you so bad. And I really resonated with that. I really liked it. I have depression and ADHD. So it was like, obviously, again, different things than Jonathan has, but I did really like that discussion about how so many things can affect so many different people, and we just will never know. So, now to get into the spoilers, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are on your way out, if you haven't seen the rest of my Bookmas vlogs, or videos, I apologize, I will link the playlist down below. And if you're staying for the spoiler section, hi. So, I really like the spice in here. I don't really know if that's a spoiler, but I do really like the spice scenes. And the only spice scenes that we get are really at the very end of the book, which I wanted one more. I wanted one in the middle where they had like a spice scene and then they freaked out and basically did what they did in the middle of the book anyways. But I would have liked it to go a little bit further because I really liked how she saw him in a different light from the hockey game, and then they basically made out. Like, hello, what? We should have gotten a spice scene out of that. And then they should have decided to just be friends. I also really liked that Jonathan, even though it was sneaky and conniving, he did go behind Gabby's back, and I like how he saved the bookstore for both of them because he knew how important it was to her. Obviously, he modernized it a lot, which is why he thought that she wouldn't like it. But I do like how there wasn't like a traditional third act conflict where they broke up. Because in a book this short, I think that would have been like cheap, to be honest. I don't think that every romance book needs a third act breakup. Or a third act conflict that like goes into a breakup, if that makes sense. I think that it's good to do other things. Like having a mini miscommunication and then talking about it and not having a breakup result from that is good in some situations. I do really like that. I like how she didn't have to do a third act breakup. I think that just would have taken too much of the book. Like, they literally would have had to get together, I would say, before the 60% mark, and then they would have had to literally break up within 10%, or 20%, because you need the groveling and stuff when they break up. You need the groveling. I'm sorry, that's just a rule. I didn't make it, but you need the groveling, and you need to like see the characters apart. And I think it's a cheap shot when you get basically your characters breaking up at the end of the book, and then 5 pages later they realize how stupid they were and how it was just a miscommunication. Like, I'm glad that we didn't see a huge miscommunication trope. It was just... because at first, when he was talking to Mrs. Bailey, I was like, what did he do? How did he betray our Gabby? Like, I was so mad. I thought that he had been using her like this whole time. Or he started with using her and then he like realized that he liked her. I wouldn't have liked it as much. I don't know. I didn't know what I thought he was talking about, but it wasn't that. So I'm glad that it was like a sweet thing that he was doing, that he was hiding from her, even though obviously it would have been nice that he told her, but Gabby obviously like overthinks a lot of things in this book, and he knows her and he knows what triggers her, even though she doesn't realize that he knows. So I'm glad that, yeah, I'm just glad that there wasn't like that traditional third act breakup, and I'm glad that they talked about it like right after it happened. I also like how protective he was over her, even when they weren't together, even when they were just friends, and when her ex came and like grabbed her arm while she had her noise canceling headphones on. Honestly, what a douche. Like, I wish she would have let Jonathan beat that guy's butt. Like, I really did not like that guy. He was such a dick. Like, your eyes do not deceive you. I am in a different location to finish filming this vlog. I am so sorry, you guys. My camera literally died in the middle of a sentence, I'm pretty sure. So, I'm not gonna keep going over what I was going over, because first of all, I don't remember. But what I think I remember is that I was talking about how I liked how the third act conflict went. I'm not gonna keep beating that. We get it. Also, I do look a little bit different. I'm about to go film some more Bookmas videos, so yeah. I needed to let my camera charge, decided to put some eyebrows on. I'm so sick of my hair. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I'm sick of my hair. Has nothing to do with the vlog, so I apologize for that. But if you guys don't know, I'm naturally blonde. I will like, if I can find a picture I like, I'll put a picture right here of my natural hair color. Actually, I do think I know the picture I'm going to use, because I love that picture. But my husband, who I've been dating for, like, who we've been together for almost 6 years. Married for 3, almost, of those years. Almost together 6 years. 6 years in April, 3 years in March. Guess I kind of said that backwards. It's fine. But anyways, he literally saw the picture of me and he was like, I forgot how you looked when you were blonde. Yeah, because it's been that long. It's been so long and I miss it. I do wish I could go back to having like the blonde money pieces. I really want some blonde money pieces. I wish I could go back to this hair right here. The only problem is I don't do my hair. The only reason I filled the whole thing in with dark hair color in the first place was because I was going to a place that had chlorine in the pool, and I don't know how long your hair can turn blue after you bleach it. I don't know. And I'm sorry, I was not going to walk around with blue hair in certain places of my head. So, yeah. Anyways, side tangent gone. I will leave that in there because I know that you guys really wanted to know that about me, but let's keep going. So, what else do I want to talk about? I wish we would have got to find out what happened to the other bookstore that was rivaling them, that was taking away all their customers. I hope that they got closed down indefinitely. Obviously, I don't think any bookstore deserves to be closed, but I really wish that that place got closed because I hate the owners. I don't think that we got to see what happened with Luke and his partner, but I do wish we would have gotten some kind of something. Obviously, like, I'm not gonna lie, the epilogue was literally one last chance for smut, so I do get why we didn't get where is June now and where is Luke now and whatever. I get that, but like, I wish we knew where Lukey was, because I really like Luke. He he was such a good part of the book. I'm almost positive that was his name. I actually... You guys, this book is so cute. I want to reread it. I wish there was like an audiobook. Was it Eli or Luke? Oh, geez. Okay, sorry, Eli. Eli is Gabby's other roommate. I wish we would have gotten to see him and his partner. Luke is his partner. But I do wish we would have gotten to see like a little bit more of where they were, if they were still together and stuff, because dude, Eli and Luke are so funny. I love them. So I wish we would have gotten to see a little bit more of that. I also wanted to talk about, of course I forgot. I was literally just flipping through the book and I forgot. I'm so sorry. That is how one-tracked my mind is lately. Oh, I remember what I was going to talk about. I'm so sorry that I keep getting distracted, but like I keep reading my highlighted bits and I'm just like... So, anyways, what I was going to talk about is the Reddit thing. So, I do really like, I'm super relieved that Gabby and Jonathan were like the secret Reddit posters that they were talking to. I'm really glad, because I didn't want a love triangle, especially in a book this short. Like, love triangles can be juicy and they can be done well. I'm looking at the Infernal Devices. I didn't love that series a few years ago when I read it, but the one thing I will say, the love triangle, perfection, if I do say so myself. So I'm glad that we didn't have to get like that love triangle and that, well, who is Gabby gonna pick now? Because she's basically in love with this like guy that she's talking to on Reddit, but she's also like falling in love with Jonathan. So it's hard. And then vice versa. Jonathan is falling in love with Gabby, but he doesn't really know that she's the Reddit girl until she mentions her favorite books. And then I think is when he realized that, hey, he's been talking to Gabby this whole time, for this whole year. And when I heard, like when I first read that they had been talking for a whole year, I'm like, this has to be Jonathan. This has to be. So I'm really glad that she didn't have to pick and choose. Like, neither of them had to pick and choose, basically. Like, they were already in love with each other. And I like how they were in love with each other without knowing who they were and with knowing who they were. Like, I did like that duality of that, if that's the right word to use there. My brain is just scrambled eggs today. I'm so sorry. But the other thing I liked about that whole plot line was that as soon as Jonathan found out who Gabby was, he cut it off immediately and he didn't keep talking to her. And I liked how we got to see how insecure he was about like himself and how they didn't get along, and he was worried that Gabby was going to be super, super disappointed in who he was when she found out who he was. And it was so cute. Like, so obviously they went to his apartment at the end of the book and he cried. He was just like, I was so scared that I was going to lose you when you found out who I was. And it was just the sweetest thing. I don't know why, but like seeing a man cry, like especially in novel form, I liked how they showed that Jonathan was like just like so overwhelmed because of how much he loved Gabby and how much he was so scared that he was going to lose her that he cried. And I really appreciated that. That was like such a sweet little moment between them. She was like, oh, I'm here. You don't have to worry about losing me. I'm right here. And I really, really loved that. Hello. We didn't get to see what happened to Gingerbread, her cat. What happened to the cat? I'm assuming she's alive and well, but like, bring the cat into the bookstore. Let Gingerbread roam around. That is what Gingerbread deserves. If I had a bookstore and I could take Diablo to it every day, I would take Diablo to the bookstore. Actually, now that I think about it, that cat hides in the weirdest places all the time. So maybe I wouldn't, but I loved it. There's more thing I thought of that I wanted to talk about and touch on, but I can't remember what it was. I also really liked the scene when Jonathan's sister and his nephew came in, and it was so cute, and his nephew basically like ratted him out and was like, she is pretty like you said she was. And Gabby got all flustered because she's like, he's mentioned me to his family. I wonder what he said. It was just so cute. I'm like, yes, you can't tell kids anything because they rat you out as soon as you do. And I like how Jonathan's sister threw it back in his face, and she was like, I told you not to tell him. And he was like, what was I gonna do? Freaking lie about it? Like, no way. I really, really liked that. And then I did like the multiple vulnerable. I'm gonna cry. I wish I could speak. The multiple vulnerable scenes that we got in between the two of them, because we really got to see their character development as a couple, essentially, because they went from not being able to communicate at the first of the book to being able to communicate really well. And I liked how we got to saw that even though they hated each other at the beginning of the book, that they knew each other so well. Obviously it's because they had been around each other so much, but they just knew each other so well. And I liked how even though they had been together for so long by the end of the book, that Jonathan still Alrighty, besties, I think I'm gonna take that as my sign to just end off this vlog, because holy cow, I've been interrupted so many times. And at this point, I think I have talked about everything that I wanted to. I am just so pleasantly surprised by this book. I was very hesitant to buy it. I mean, it's literally 180 pages. It's so short. I was like, what if I don't like it? But I did hear so many people rave about this book, so I'm so glad that I got to read it this Christmas. I do wish it was more Christmassy, but that wasn't the point of the book, so it's fine. But if you guys have made it this far into me rambling, you should hit the like button, because that would be fun. I will link down below all my other Bookmas videos, the playlist that has them in there. I believe this is either going up on day 4 or 5, so happy day 4 or 5 of Bookmas. We're almost halfway there, if not a quarter of the way there, I guess. And if you want to, you can hit the subscribe button too. That'd be fun. And while you're over there, you might as well hit the bell. That'd be cool too. You'd get notified every time I post. And we still have quite a ways to go for Bookmas, so that'd be super exciting. Other than that, I will let you guys go and talk to you in the next video, which is coming in a couple days. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.
When you're not here, the sun don't shine. When you're not near, I don't feel like I do when you're